That's D5.
Say it again.
Hold on, I'm just copying the code.
Yeah.
Searching for session.
Yeah, it'll pop up for me in just a second.
Session is hosted with turned on cosplay option. Please check the cosplay blocks turned on in the options. Oh, general. Oh, I guess I have to turn cosplay on.
Let me see if I can do this. I think it's only for bug. Yeah, you will have to turn crossplay on. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't know it was off by default.
I didn't know that either. Usually I'm the one that's hosting when I play with a buddy, so I'm usually not having to do what you're going through.
Oh wait, hold.
Okay, it says you're joining.
Invitation accepted. Loading.
Bingo.
The Merc Society. What is a Merc?
Mercenary.
Oh yeah, of course, right.
Alright, there we go.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
So, no, sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna kind of describe the 4 characters, and you get to choose which one. In terms of like the whole campaign, I'm probably like 20% through it. So we're starting a little bit more advanced for it. If you want, we can just do a entirely new session. It's up to you. Or we can just run it with what we got. If we run it with what we got, you can be a high damage, low health support, large, big damage attacks. You can be a tank, frontlining and doing really close melee damage. You can be heavy support that pockets everyone, or you can be a I don't even know what to consider him. Big damage / kind of like a mix of DPS tank with some minor range.
What's the most defensive one, I guess? I just want to sit there and be like Roadhog, essentially. But
alright, we'll make
like, not deal damage, but like, is there something like a basically like a pacifist Reinhardt in Overwatch? Is there something like that?
No, not really. It's up to you. Do you want to control 1 hero or do you want to control 2?
I think maybe it's better if I control 1 for now.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, that works. And let's see if voice chat works. Maybe.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Maybe not.
I got my headset right here, which I swear, like, it works for Xbox One, so I have no idea why it doesn't work for anything else.
Alright, voice chat is on. Let me know if you can join.
Sorry, hang on. Wait, how do I join? Options?
No.
Audio. No, audio's just...
Go to multiplayer.
General. Oh, okay.
And then voice chat, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, wait, hello?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so my voice chat works here, just not in Overwatch for some reason.
Yeah, it's Overwatch. I mean, it's what it is. Okay, so your character is the one that says Tusk. That's kind of your big tank that does close range melee damage. Think of kind of like Reinhardt. The other 3, Forager, you could think of like maybe like a Baptiste. Bibbo, maybe like a Reaper. And then Geralt, you could think of maybe like an Iari. Yeah, let's say that.
So is that character really important to the team?
I mean, you're just tanking damage and stuff. I'll help you through it and try to explain things as we go. So right now the world map, this is all the different quests that have either been completed or that we can do. The ones we can do, I'll read it off to you and I'll let you pick which one we do. I don't really care. Maybe not that one. I already did that one.
Oh yeah, I just read it. It's an actual board game. Like, I know you said it was a board game, but there's an actual board here.
Well, I mean, this is just the map of where it is. This isn't what it's gonna look like.
I know.
We can fight. Go to an elemental plane. Was it completed? What are we looking for? Could do a city quest. City quest might be easy. You don't have to jump into anything. That might...
Yeah, I don't care what we do as long as it's, well, easy. Just like a kind of tutorial-ish thing.
Sure. Should we have some poisonous source? Well, then maybe we'll just...
And obviously as I get more into the game, I can just do more.
Yeah, for sure.
I do say though that you're at reputation -3 and wealth 2.
Yeah, that's more stuff for later on when you're buying things and stuff like that. Let me see if we can. Well, yeah, I think we'll just do this one. This one. Okay. This one probably will.
How long have you been playing for?
This? I actually have the actual board game version of this. So, probably a few years, right. But in terms of like the PlayStation one, a couple months. I don't play this too often, but that's mainly because playing on my own is usually I'm high or drunk, so.
I hear you.
Save money for that.
I'm gonna have to start playing Overwatch like that.
Yeah, I think we'll just jump into this. So go ahead and hit A, X, whatever your...
hold down Y.
Yeah. Yep, just whatever it is that says travel or ready up.
Yeah. Then, travel. Oh.
Everyone needs to eat. Whatever your reason for coming to Gloomhaven, out here on the edge of the world, that simple fact is never going to change. A mercenary so when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay this...
Is it okay if I listen to all of this?
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. So basically, you start off as a group. You get to pick your mercenaries at the start of whatever campaign. You know, if you start your own campaign, you'll have 6 mercenaries to choose from. You pick however many you want to play as. I mean, since I'm more experienced, I started off with 4. And then you basically you leave the town of Gloomhaven and you go on different quests throughout the land. Every time you do, you'll have an encounter, which is like an encounter with the wild. You basically read what the encounter says, and then you get to choose which option, and then it has an effect that takes place, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes both bad, sometimes it doesn't do anything, sometimes it's good. So walking a path between a small grove and a steep cliff, you suddenly find yourself facing a massive group of felled trees blocking the road. The placement of the trees seems odd, and you have a very suspicious feeling about the whole situation. Either we can clear the trees from the road, or take time to find a way around the trees. What do you want to do?
So, for example, if we clear, for example, let's say we clear the trees, does it guarantee us we're in a fight, or is it just totally random?
It'll
well,
any kind of fight that it forces us into, it will usually either we get a bonus or it might hurt us when we enter the actual scenario. So sometimes it'll be lose 2 health before doing the scenario, or give you, okay, you're blessed, so your attack modifiers are increased, that type of thing. So it's kind of... Yeah.
Oh god, I feel pressure now.
You're good. So, I mean, it's just...
No, it's good.
Pick your decision. Do you want to clear the trees or find a way around?
Clear trees.
The trees are too massive a dense to remove through conventional means, but with elemental power they are destroyed and swept aside in no time. So nothing happened.
Okay.
The hill is easy enough to find. Moving closer.
Yeah, Irish.
As you descend,
I have no idea.
gratefully.
So this is where you're going to choose your battle objective throughout the scenario. Whatever your 2 cards says, that's what it's going to be. What are your 2 cards? Or your 2 objectives that you could choose?
If you fail them, what happens?
Nothing. If you get them, you get a perk point, which adds to your character's strength over time. Chest, gain 13 more experience.
Oh,
Do that one.
I'm gonna be aggressive.
Kill 3 or more or fewer. Kill 3 or fewer monsters during the scenario. 3 or fewer monsters.
Actually, no.
Do that one. We'll go gold. Ooh, that's hard, but that's even harder. Okay. We'll do that.
Oh wait, I have to hold A. Whoops.
Oh, good. Ow. Fuck.
Take care of these unfortunates, your target says, backing out of the room. You can vaguely make out his silhouette as he retreats down a hallway and through a door to his left.
There we go.
Watch your
So basically, the first thing we're going to do is place our people where we want to be placed. So with your person, you're probably going to be either want to be here or here, either one of those to kind of take damage. I'm going to move this guy here. I'm going to, yeah, I'll do that there.
I'm okay here? No?
Move your guy here. If you do, go over your character to this guy. Hit A or X, whatever your bottom right button is, and then move him here. So you're gonna hear a dung, and then you.
Oh, bottom right.
So you're A or X. I don't remember what Xbox.
Okay. So for
Jump.
example, reload is X. Oh, jump. Okay. So then, what do I have to click on?
So go ahead and click this guy, and then move him here.
Oh, I just clicked the wrong person.
There you go. Nope, you're good.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so now we get to choose our ability cards. So for you, you have a whole list of them that you can do.
Spear dagger, whirlwind,
Yep.
fury,
So
whirlwind.
I'll just go through them real quick. So the very top one, Eye for Eye. If you look next to Eye for Eye, it'll say number 18. That's the initiative. The lower the initiative, the sooner that you're going to go. We currently don't know what the enemy's initiative is. After we pick our cards, then their initiative is revealed. So that's what that means. In terms of the card itself, you'll have a top section and a bottom section. Each turn, you get to pick 2 cards and use the top or bottom section of one or the other. So, like, let's say if you chose Eye for an Eye and Spare Dagger, you could use the top of Eye for an Eye, and then for Spare Dagger, you could use the bottom of it. Sometimes you might not want to use the text itself, so in the middle of the card, right where the number 18 is for Eye, you'll see a sword on the left hand with a number 2, and then you'll see feet on the right side with a number 2. You can use
No, I see like.
movement and attack.
Yeah,
So those are your base, not your base, your most generic forms of actions that you can do. So you can hit for 2 and move for 2, but it'll still use those cards. So that's the basic stuff you could do for it. Now the card itself, there's a bunch of different text, obviously, so I'll kind of go through a couple of your cards. So Eye for an Eye, it says retaliate for 2, and that means and self. So retaliate for 2. If any of them melee attack you, you basically get to hit them back for 2 damage. And that works for the round itself. You'll see the arrow that's circling itself around. That only means for 1 round. And then it says gain 1, which is the star. That's 1 experience point for each time you retaliate this round. So if you know you're about to take a shitload of melee damage, that's a card you might want to use if you further down the line. The bottom part of the card is you can heal yourself or heal someone else for 2, but they have to be in a range of 2. Now, if you look at the board itself, if for a range of 1, that would be here, 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 here. Literally, the hexes around you. If it's a range of 2... Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, it's a range 3 then. Range 3, sorry.
So range 3 would be like, it would have to be here, here...
Hold on, that's what Spare Dagger is, right? It says range 3.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
So you would have an attack of 3 for a range of 3, and you would get 1 experience point for that. Now, if you go back to Eye for an Eye, you'll see the little leaf icon. Basically, think of that as it's an element that gets to be pushed out for anyone to consume and use to boost their attack. Let me see if you have a card that uses that. Okay, if you go down to Skewer, let me know when you're there.
Yeah.
Do you see the little wind symbol that's kind of blacked out?
It's top part or bottom part?
The top of Skewer.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You see the arrow that's pointing down has like little wind wisps?
If it's the one that you're talking, if I'm looking at, I think so.
So yeah, that's the wind element. If that were to be pushed out, let's say by one of my guys, you would be able to consume that and add the text that's next to it. So Skewer is normally an attack of 3 with a distance of 2. So basically, think of like a spear. The extra distance you get with a spear compared to a sword, that's what Skewer is. Now, if you were to consume wind, it would then be an attack of 4 with Pierce, which basically just means it goes through shields. Let me see what else. Go to Whirlwind. Initiative 28, so it should be at the top.
Yeah.
Um,
I just clicked random shit.
Do you see the square in the top of the card, bottom right corner, that looks like it's on fire?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were to use that card and use the top portion of that card, it burns the card. Burning the card basically means it's out of the game until for the rest of the game. So then you lose that card. Does that kind of make sense?
For like the rest of the game, or like just
Mm-hmm.
this
Rest of the scenario. You get it for like different scenarios back. It's just you have to be kind of careful when you want to burn stuff. Like Whirlwind's a really good attack if you're basically surrounded by a bunch of enemies, because then you can hit all of them for 4. So the bottom part of that card is move 4. Sorry, what was your question?
Sorry, I know it's a really dumb thing, but basically, what are scenarios you'd want to use like the middle of the card? What scenarios like when?
Basically, like if there's not many enemies left, or you don't, or like let's say you've used some of these cards, because after every time you use these cards, it goes to a discard pile or it gets burned. And so like if you have a card, if your last 2 cards are like a heal, or like a heal card that you don't want to burn. So like let's say it's like a heal 10 or something massive that does big heal. You don't want to use that. Then you would use the basic attacker movement.
Okay, so to put into Overwatch terms, kind of as if you're cleaning up a fight, or if you're just in the neutral.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Just put all the Overwatch terms and I'll understand.
Yeah, I will try to. Okay, go to Juggernaut.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the top text basically allows you to move 2 and then attack just using that top card, and then the bottom part of the card is any kind of damage you get on the next 3 sources of damage. So like if you know you're about to get hit by people who do big damage and you pop that card, think of it like Immortality Field but for 3 big hits. So like let's say 3 Helix rockets, you would then take no damage instead.
So hold on. Is this like a fast-paced game? Like,
Mm-mm.
you said Discardia, like is it fast-paced like Panic or?
No. It takes I'd say probably a scenario is anywhere from maybe like an hour to hour 20, hour 30, give or take.
Oh damn! So it's quite long then, actually. All right.
It can be. I mean, again, just depends on how quick you are with things. Let's see. Okay, so let me go into. So after your, let's say, how many cards do you have? I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after 5 rounds, eventually your cards, you won't have any cards left. Okay, they'll all be in your discard pile, or some of them might be burned. In that case, you get 2 options to either short rest or long rest. When you short rest, it shuffles all your cards back up into, your quote-unquote draw pile. But if you short rest, it randomly picks one that you have to burn. So every time you rest, long or short, you're going to have to burn a card. Short rest, you don't get the choice to pick. Long rest, you get the choice to pick, but you don't get a turn. Basically, it's just a... Overwatch terms.
Okay,
Overwatch
it's
turns.
I don't need that much, but basically it's so long rest is like a more risk or more payment, but like the outcome better. The other one is just a...
Not necessarily risk. It's just you don't do anything for the round, but you get to heal, and you get to choose which card you get to burn. Short rest is basically like it can be a little bit more risky because you could burn a card that you wanted to save, but it means you get to go right back into it. There's no rounds that you would miss.
Alright.
So it's basically like, in Overwatch terms, deleting your spawn. You're getting mercy res. You're right back into it, kind of thing. Am I missing anything else? I think for now we're good.
But you won't get upset if I mess something up. Right?
No, God no. This is I've
Okay.
already been through this scenario. This is just kind of me teaching you how to play at the moment. Let me see what these guys do. So there's 2 different kinds of we're gonna move from like the most basic part of the enemies to the more specific. So there's 2 kinds of characters. You have elite monsters and you have common monsters. Common monsters are something like this one, something like this one, this one,
There we go.
and this one. Say it again.
Can you redo that because the card was hiding the whole screen?
Yeah, you're good. So this is a common monster. This one, this one, this one. These
The
2,
blue ones or the elite ones?
yes, are the elite ones. Those ones are usually
if I go over
stronger.
it shows me.
Yeah. So those ones are usually stronger in health. They have more movement, have more attack. Sometimes they have added abilities, like the elites both have shields that we have to get through. So if you were to do any damage to them, you would have to do more than 2 damage in order to damage them. So like, let's say one of your cards, your spare dagger with the attack 3, range 3, you would have to do 3 damage or more to actually do damage to him. Does that make sense?
Hang on, I completely fucked up my camera.
You're good. That's kind of the biggest thing about monsters so far. Next would be attack modifiers. Attack modifiers basically can add or decrease how much damage you're going to do to them. So again, going back to that spare dagger, you have a 3 for attack, 3 for range. You're then going to, it basically draws an attack modifier for you, and that can make it a 5 damage attack to them, or it might decrease it by 2 and make it 1 damage, that kind of thing. Make sense?
Alright.
You also have a couple different items. Let me see if I can
Well,
go
yeah,
over to
2
it.
items for a quest. Currently.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. You will definitely get that. So your items are a necklace of teeth, which anytime you kill an enemy
I
during...
lied.
What is it?
Hold on, user equipped items like number of times equal or greater than your level plus 2 during the scenario.
Which your level 8, you would have to use your items 10 times. You will most likely definitely do that. So you have necklace of teeth. Anytime you kill an enemy during your turn, you get to heal yourself for 1.
How do you look at the items?
So if you go through your cards, then you just click over with your analog stick, and you get to see your items. So yeah, you can read through those if you want. If you have any questions, let me know. On the card on the bottom right of the items, there'll be a square with an X. that basically means you're burning the card, just like the card that was on
Okay.
fire. So, same thing.
But that's not a problem, right? Because it's like it's an item. So.
Yeah, it's an item. Right. You have some... actually, I don't think you... Oh, okay. Perfect. If you go to Boots of Striding, it has the card where it looks like it's turning sideways. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Basically, that means anytime you rest, you short rest, long rest, that replenishes. So let's say if you use your Boots of Striding, which adds 2 extra movement. After you rest, you get that back, and then on your next turn, you can do it again.
Alright, that'd be good actually.
So at the moment, yeah, just kind of pick your cards and let me know what you're thinking, and we'll go from there.
Oh, wait, how do I...
So you're gonna go over your cards, and then you're gonna click X or A, sorry, jump for any of the cards that you want. So again, you got to use the just click. So you gotta once you click 2 different cards, again you have to use the top of one card and the bottom of the other card that you pick. Make sense?
So I picked 2 cards now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What do I want to do?
So would it be a good idea to like choose 2 fast ones or like a fast one and then no one?
What do you mean?
Should I pick like 77 and then 27 or?
Oh, you can. I mean,
Too fast, go faster.
I do it based off of what cards, top or bottom, I want to use, and then based on initiative, if someone needs to be healed or if we know someone's trying to open a door for us, I switch around the initiative a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll go back.
Idea.
Yep, just go ahead and pick your
So
cards and let me know.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna choose Fatal Advance, I think. And
Fatal Advance.
Trample. So I can get towards the enemy and then pierce through them. I don't know.
Let me see, Fatal Advance.
how
No,
do I do that?
that's fine. If you use Trample, I would use definitely use the top part of the card to attack the elite soldier because you would go through his shield with Pierce.
Exactly.
The movement
bottom part of the Fatal Advance.
The movement part, I wouldn't use the Fatal Advance because one, that is a big movement when you only need to move 2 hexes up to actually be able to do damage.
So I can just use the middle of the card then.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it matters for that, but yeah, that's fine. Let me see
Alright,
what do I want to do.
Alright.
Okay.
End selection, whole day. Then.
Yep, that'll. What does your initiative say?
Oh.
So you'll see at the very top of the screen, it has all of our characters lined up. What's the number that it says in there?
Is this 40?
Let's see. And you picked Fatal Advance and Trample. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I want to... Sorry, I'm picking for 3 people, so you're going to have to give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Let's use a big fire orbs. And we'll go late. Hope they move. If they don't, fuck it. Ooh, I don't want to go late, though, if I'm adding a shield. I want to try to go early. Yeah, I think we'll just try to go quick then. No, I don't want to tank. What was your number again? Your initiative?
40. Top left of my thing.
Yeah, it doesn't show for me yet. Okay, but 40. I can work with that. Just use that, go 44, at least he'll let you to push up. Him, I think we'll poison, try to go early. Range of 3, 1, 2, 3. I would need to move up 1. Or I can move him over. And that would allow me to do that. Leaving Beastmaster
You're done
alone.
with the choosing? Can I ask you a question about the team and just Overwatch?
Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second though.
Yeah, I said when you're done.
Recover. No, that might be good. Ooh, especially for her. Yeah, I kind of like that. Him. That might be good to use. I'm gonna use that one, I think. Okay. Oh, you have to hold the button when you're ready.
Oh.
Hold down jump.
Did I
Sorry.
already?
There you go.
I
Okay.
thought I already did that.
You're good.
Oh, alright. Oh god.
So their elites move 4. They go with initiative of 30. Elites move 4, but they attack for 3 and they muddle. Normal commons move for 5 and attack for 2. So not too bad yet. What was your question?
Alright. So, going back to things. So do you dislike Riku now?
Yeah, my favorite.
But-
I mean, I think he's a shit starter and has a big ego, but
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's still my player. Still a player. It's just
Yeah.
I don't like him
Beat all of them equally.
not due to him having an ego or just being a dick in general. I don't like him because for a guy who wants to have a very competitive team, he doesn't act like it because one, he chooses not to take coaching advice from me now, and hold up.